All right, let's dive into one of the biggest and most complicated job markets on the entire planet. From the dream of a super secure iron rice bowl to the intense pressure of a 996 work week, building a career in China today is all about the choices you make. So let's break down how it all really works. First things first, you just have to understand the scale we're talking about. Look at that number, 730 million. That's how many people have jobs in China. To give you some perspective, that's more than double the entire population of the United States. It's just a colossal, constantly moving engine for the whole global economy.
And this right here, this shatters a really common stereotype. A lot of people think of China's economy as just factories, but that's not the reality anymore. The service sector is now the main driver, making up almost half of all urban jobs. It's a huge sign of this massive shift toward a high-tech, consumer-driven world of things like e-commerce, finance, and innovation.
Yeah, this shift has basically created a true gigamarket, where brand new fields like artificial intelligence and green energy are totally changing what a career path even looks like. So the big question is, how do you even begin to crack the job hunt in this new world? Well, it's this fascinating mix of super advanced technology and some really, really old traditions. For pretty much everyone, the search starts online. These platforms are the main gateways to millions of jobs. You're going to upload your resume, chat directly with recruiters, and you'll even see job ads popping up right in your social media feeds on apps like WeChat and Douyin. But, and this is a huge but, even with all this tech, there's this ancient concept that has incredible power, guānxi. It basically means your personal network, your connections. So while you're firing off applications on an app, knowing someone on the inside can still be the one thing that gets your resume moved to the very top of the pile. It's all about who you know. And for the millions of students graduating every single year, the hunt begins way before they get their diploma. These campus job fairs, called 校园招聘, are massive events. We're talking top companies showing up to scout the next generation of talent, and they'll often do interviews right there on the spot.
Okay, so your digital hustle paid off, your guānxi came through, and you landed an interview. Awesome. But that's really just the beginning. Now you have to survive what's usually a pretty formal and intense multi-stage process.
It's a bit of a gauntlet, and it follows a really clear path. First, you send in your resume, your jiǎnlì. If you make it past that initial screening, you'll probably have to take a written test, a 笔试, to check your skills. And only after you pass that do you move on to the face-to-face interviews, the 面试.
And in that interview, you can almost guarantee you'll hear this exact question. But it's not just a simple question. See, the interviewer is really testing two different things: your actual ability, your 能力, and your attitude, your 态度. The perfect answer here is this delicate dance between showing you're confident and capable, but also being humble and respectful. Once you've made it through the interview process, you face what might be the biggest choice of all. It's a career crossroads that's defining a whole generation. Do you go for the incredible stability of the iron rice bowl, or do you chase the high-risk, high-reward dream in the tech world? And this brings us to a really crucial cultural idea, the 铁饭碗, which literally means iron rice bowl. This isn't just a job, it's a promise of lifelong stability, great benefits, a secure pension. For generations of families, this was the absolute peak of career success, the ultimate goal. And here's that great career divide in a nutshell. On one side, you've got the state-owned path. It offers that ironclad security, but it often comes with a much slower pace and more bureaucracy. On the other side, you can join a private company for way more money and faster promotions, but the trade-off is almost always intense pressure and those famously long hours. So what's the main gateway to that iron rice bowl? For millions, it's the 国考, the National Civil Service exam. The competition is just mind-blowing. In some years, you have over 2 million people fighting for just 30,000 spots. If you pass, it's not just a job guarantee, it brings this incredible social prestige with it. So, you got the job. Congratulations. But now, the real work starts. The modern Chinese workplace is being totally reshaped by these powerful new trends and some serious tensions, and they're basically rewriting the rules of what it even means to have a career. In the world of high-flying tech companies, you'll hear about the infamous 996 culture. That means working from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., 6 days a week.
For a long time, this brutal schedule was seen as a badge of honor, a necessary sacrifice to innovate and get rich quick. It's really a symbol of both China's incredible ambition and the unbelievable pressure that comes along with it.
But that kind of relentless grind has created a really powerful pushback. A youth counterculture movement has popped up called tangping, which means lying flat. It's driven by burnout and the high cost of living, and it's a very conscious rejection of that 996 life. You have a growing number of young people just choosing to prioritize their life balance over climbing the next rung of the corporate ladder.
And what this all means is that the old school idea of staying loyal to one company for your entire life, that's fading away fast. Job hopping, or taokao, isn't seen as a bad thing anymore. It's a smart strategy. Professionals today are loyal to their own personal growth first, and they'll jump to another company in a heartbeat for a better salary, a better title, or sometimes just a healthier work environment. And that leaves us with this final, really critical question for the future. As AI and automation continue to change everything about work, what will the next generation choose? Will the appeal of that safe, secure iron rice bowl win out? Or will the desire for balance, for the freedom of lying flat, be what defines the future of China's job market? It's a tension that's going to shape the country for decades.